Hello digital seekers, welcome back. In today's session I am going to share with you two things. One is how as an organization we have reduced 3 months of onboarding process into 3 weeks, and a pro tip for those who are actually landing on Stack Overflow in finding solutions to their problems. So stay tuned. Coming to learning, there are two important aspects: context and imagination. These two are going to play a vital role for learning new concepts. I'm going to use these two as the basis for all the concepts that I'm teaching in this channel, like Docker and virtualization, microservices, graph databases, web components. So Docker and virtualization I have already started. You can actually see those videos. Coming back to the context, let us say you're watching a movie. There will be a preamble for the movie, wherein the director will take you to a time which is in the past, future, present, a specific place, so that you will be able to understand, you will be able to relate yourself to the characters portrayed in the movie, and you start enjoying the movie. When there is a change in the context, they will put a hint or give a background voice stating what is the change in the context, so that your brain get accustomed to the change in the context and start continuing the movie the way you're actually enjoying it in the beginning. Now, because of this context and change in context which are continuously fed to you, you are able to enjoy the movie all throughout. Let us say you miss the preamble. So what happens, your brain will actually try to reverse engineer the context and try to understand the movie. If your brain was successful in reverse engineering the context, then you will understand the movie and you will enjoy it. If it is not possible for your brain to reverse engineer the context, then you will feel bored and you will feel disconnected from the movie. So context is very important when it comes to understanding a movie and remembering it. When you watch a movie and then you enjoy it, you actually remember it for a long time. So even after 20 years, if you see a scene of the movie or a dialogue from the movie, then you will immediately recollect the entire movie, because now that scene or the dialogue is actually going to act as a context to bring back the entire concept of that movie and put it in front of your eyes. So here, in case of a movie, you're actually consuming the audio-visual content which your brain will remember for a long time. Let us go to the imagination aspect. Let us say you are actually reading a novel. So when you are reading a novel, the author of the novel will actually give narrations, descriptions about the characters presented in the novel or the situations, the scenario, surroundings. So what happens is, in your mind, you will actually visualize those characters portrayed in the novel, the scenarios or scenes that he is describing, and you will start enjoying the novel all throughout. In this way, you are actually imagining or visualizing the characters or the scenes portrayed in the novel, so you remember the novel for a long time. So if the novel is boring, wherein it is not giving you any of these contexts or any of these narrations, then you will eventually forget very soon. So it is very important for a novelist or an author to describe the characters and everything that is related within the novel so well, so that he'll actually glue the reader and then make him visualize what he is narrating. Now, this context and imagination, if we put them together, so these are the two important aspects wherein you will be able to learn a concept, learn something new, and then remember it for a long time to come. So how do we use this context and imagination in our organization? So when we are teaching new concepts to either experienced people or onboarding freshers, what we actually do is we explain them the concepts using a context and real life examples, so that they actually remember the concepts for a long time. And I'm not a big fan of explaining the syntax and commands on the board. So there are linters, compilers in our IDEs, and also there is very good CLI help available which will guide them through when they are actually getting their hands dirty. So what we do is, after teaching the concepts, we actually give them real world examples and tasks within the projects that we are doing, so that they get familiarized with the concepts as well as the syntax and our projects all at the same time. So this is how we are able to reduce the onboarding time. Extrapolating this idea of teaching with respect to context and imagination, I recently started a series for kids wherein I started teaching them programming. The aim of the series is actually to teach them programming and make sure they are able to develop an Android application all by themselves and host it on their Android devices. Though the series is aimed at kids, so it can be useful for anybody who is actually willing to learn programming from scratch. If you have kids who are interested in programming, or if you know somebody who is interested in programming, please share this channel and the series with them so that they get benefited. There is yet another important aspect with respect to human brains, which is sequence and prediction, which is not related to human learning. So let us not discuss that now. I'm going to discuss that in the Ideas Realization, Product Design and Development series, which I'm going to start soon. So we will discuss it there. Now coming to the pro tip that I was talking about for the people who are landing in Stack Overflow. Let us say you have a situation, you are stuck in your development, or you have some technology related question that you wanted to find an answer. So you go to Google and then you search for it, you find a link to Stack Overflow, you immediately click on it, you read the question is exactly describing your situation, and you immediately jump onto the green tick mark if it is available, and then you read the answer or the highest rated answer, right? And if that is solving your problem, you simply go back to your problem and you resolve it. But I would say, please hold on. So what you need to do in this case is you actually read the question and the comments given in the question. Why? Because there are people who are actually helping the person who has raised the question to think in multiple directions before arriving at a solution. If you have missed those directions, you'll be able to start thinking in that direction. Also, when you are reading the answer, don't just settle with the answer itself. Also give emphasis to the time at which it was given. Why? Because these technologies evolve over a period of time. The answer given might be relevant only during that period. There might be more advancement to the technology, and there is a much better way of doing the same problem in a different way. Somebody else would have given that answer down below. So don't just settle with that answer. And also read the comments given to the answers. Why? Because there is a possibility that the person who is giving the answer might have missed out on the performance or security aspects with respect to the answer. So there will be some other people who would be raising those points with respect to performance or security. So if they are also your concerns, then you might need to read further. When you are not settled with just one answer and you read all the answers given to the question, what happens is you will actually understand what are the different directions or different ways the same problem can be solved. Then you can apply your own knowledge and then find a more suitable solution for you. Here, whatever couple of hours you have spent in learning is going to be very useful. Why? Because you're going to learn the concepts in and around the context that you have, because you have a problem, you have a context in hand, and you're learning concepts around that context. So what happens is you'll be able to remember this for a very long time. Whereas if you are learning it by reading books, so it is highly unlikely that you will remember it for a long time. So when you have a context and you're reaching out to a Stack Overflow, I advise you spend more time there, read more about it, understand more, and enhance your knowledge. That is more important, and it is more relevant for you at this point. Why? Because you have a context. Thank you for staying with me so far. These are the two concepts which I wanted to share with you in this video. If you think I have missed on certain aspects with respect to learning, please do comment down below. I wanted to learn from your experiences. Also, if you find this information useful for you, please comment down below. That will be very encouraging. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get notified for all my future videos. Take care, have fun time learning. Bye bye.